Hello, this is Kurt Brown, also known as Saint Rambone, former investigative journalist. I want to speak to you about a word today called Yenta. It's a word that gets people killed, and I'm suffering from a result of Yenta, as my life was recently put in danger, not to mention my life, but other people's lives in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, because of Yenta. It's the spreading of gossip. My problem is that I was an investigative journalist, and I also worked at the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. I investigated crimes inside the government, and I always bring proof with proof with evidence. That's the truth. If you bring proof, evidence of a statement or a claim that's solid proof, then you've had a truth. Now, there is always a possibility of truth might be there, but there it is. Yenta is a Yiddish word that got a lot of people killed. People spread gossip and rumors. I'm sure the Gestapo did very well with them, but I'm sure that here in the United States, many of us are suffering today because of this practice of Yenta. The type A blood bonobo monkey binds together. We all have it in us. We all have the type A blood bonobo monkey. We bind together and we organize. We do things. Sometimes they can organize against people with using Yenta. You can actually find your career ruined, your health. You can even find yourself put in danger or killed, as was close to, probably in my case, in Fort Lauderdale recently. It is my suspicion that when I entered Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, they thought I was running an investigation. They protect each other in the federal government and at the top of the government. And I would suspect that because I was involved in top-level investigations of money laundering and murder in the federal banking regulatory industry, and also in federal banking oversight through the courts, because I was involved in those investigations on my own, and it was a link among other people with evidence, inside knowledge, and basically a think tank on this. When I enter a town like Miami, I'm targeted. Now, what do I think about Miami? I think the top of Miami has those who exchange international monies for cocaine. I'm talking about monies to be laundered. Why do I say this? Simple mathematics. If I bring $1 million, or someone else brings, I would never do it, but if someone brings $1 million equivalent from Macau, outside of China, to Miami, and they say, I want to launder this money at a bank, they probably give them 50 cents on the dollar, meaning they lose half their money, but they get it in American dollars that are translated into some other form back into their own currency back in Macau, so it's hidden. Now, if they bring that money from Macau and invest it in cocaine, say if they get a bargain basement price of $2 million of cocaine for $1 million, they can sell it either for the full $2 million or $1.5 million, and therefore their money has actually increased. It has become 3 times what it would have been if they had laundered it the other way, 3 to 4 times what it would have been. It was already now it's 1.5 times what they brought to Miami to begin with. So you see, it's simple mathematics, and that's probably why they don't want me in Miami. Anyway, clarity is what I see. Clarity and truth. We're in a part in the Milky Way galaxy, per a photo that I saw, a satellite photo. I believe it was Russian. I haven't been able to find it online again. A satellite photo that showed we're in a clear area for 2 years inside the Milky Way galaxy. I say clear, there's no particulate matter around the Earth's atmosphere or in space as what was in the Milky Way galaxy prior, because the area we have entered for the next 2 years has too much pressure. It's like mercury pressing between your fingers. But that's clarity and truth in a way. And what I think is clarity and truth with proofs through my test. When I was in Miami recently, the woman, came out. I heard a woman. I actually went to the restroom after having my big meal. Because of Yenta inside the police forces, inside the United States, and those that are probably involved in money laundering and cocaine deals in Miami, I went to the restroom after having my big meal. I heard some woman crying, scream, basically, "Don't kill him," a cry. So I finish. I go outside. Their woman was crying. She walks past me and she says something about a marshal. Probably a sheriff, could have been a federal marshal. Well, obviously someone wanted me out of town. in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Just to let you know, I no longer conduct investigations. You can badmouth me all you want. You're just Yenta. Is it Yenta yet? The way you refer to Yenta, if they're in your presence, is to say something like, is it time yet? That's one way to let somebody know there's a Yenta around. Is it Yenta yeta? Yeta Yenta. I believe a lot of people have been killed and a lot of people's lives have been ruined because of Yenta. Not only the people who were in the Gestapo's camps in Europe long ago, but I'm talking about all around the earth, every day, everywhere. It's part of the human condition. You can't single out one and say, here's my bad guy. Let me see here. And also, as we know, the Yenta, or the bonobo monkey, is a cannibal. Will eat their own. And that's a bad thing about Yenta. It brings in that form of activity. Type A blood human beings are particularly bad at it, particularly if they get into positions of police positions. All you have to do is look at Asia, Mexico, and Germany. These are three areas where type A blood is prominent. I say Mexico, I don't mean to pick on you, but it's probably one of the more Indian blood nations that I know of. There's probably others. I have blood from every race, so I can talk about these things without much fear of being bigoted, because if I had a toe of every color, that's what it would be, one of every race. Interesting foot. Education. Get some education. Do not do the Yenta. This is Kurt Brown, alias St. Rambone, saying, get off of my cloud, dude. We're in a clarity zone now. Get off my cloud, dude. We're in a clarity zone now. Get off my cloud, dude.